Hi, today we are going to learn about a very important topic in mathematics named percentage. Now kids, before we begin with the chapter, let us understand the meaning of the word percentage. The word percent means it can be broken down into two words, per and cent. Now per means for every or for each and cent means 100. So the word percent means for every 100 or out of 100. It is represented symbolically using the percentage sign. So this is the sign of percentage. Now have you ever come across with the uses of percentage in real life? Like say for example, your teacher might have told you that you obtained 80% marks in mathematics. Now what does 80% means? That means you scored 80 out of 100, which is equal to 80%. Now when you go shopping, you must have seen that there are various shops offering discounts on various items. Suppose you enter a shop and you are offered a discount of say 20% on some items. Now what does 20% mean? 20% means 20 out of 100, which is written as 20%. Now you must have heard about bank loans. What do the banks do? Banks provide you loans and they take interest from you. Say a bank says that they charge 8% interest on the loan granted by them. So here also you come across percentage. So there are various aspects in which percentage is used on a day-to-day basis. Now let's move ahead. Now we are going to learn something about conversion of fractions into percentage. What are we going to learn? Conversion of fractions into percentage. Now I will tell you about type 1. This is type 1. Now this is very simple because here you will have all the fractions with denominator 100. Say for example, you have 56 out of 100. Now I've already told you before that 56 out of 100 is equal to 56%. Why do we say so? Because whatever is written in the top, that number we write as it is, and this number divided by 100. Now divided by 100, we replace it with percentage symbol. Thus we get 56 out of 100 is equal to 56%. Likewise, if we have 69 out of 100, it will be equal to what? 69%. Similarly, 151 out of 100 is equal to, we write the top number as it is, 151, and divided by 100 is replaced with percentage symbol. So 151 by 100 is equal to 151%. So it doesn't matter even if we have a decimal number on the top and the denominator is 100, what we get is 12.5%. Right? Hope you all got this. Now let us move to another type. We will learn the same thing, conversion of fractions into percentage, but a type 2. Now, suppose I have a fraction here, half. That means 1 by 2. Now in type 1, what did we learn? We learned that fractions can be converted into percentage, but the fractions all had denominator 100. So the conversion was very simple. But here the denominator is 2. In type 2, we will have fractions where the denominator is not 100. an equivalent fraction where we have to have denominator 100. Now how do we do that? What we do is, to make the denominator 100, we multiply. To make the denominator 100, we multiply 2 with what? 50, because 2 into 50 will give me 100. Now, whatever we do with the denominator, same thing has to be done in the numerator. So, 1 also has to be multiplied with 50. That gives me what? 50 by 100. Now, you see that type 2 fraction, half, has been converted into type 1 fraction. How? Because I have made the denominator 100. Now, as you have learned that 50 out of 100 is what? 50%. Why? Because we write the top number as it is and divided by 100 is replaced with percentage symbol. Let's take one more example. Say I have a fraction 17 by 25. Now, to make the denominator 100, I need to multiply 25 with 4. So, if I multiply the denominator with 4, 4 has to be multiplied with the numerator also. Now, 17 into 4 gives me what? 68. And 25 multiplied by 4 gives me 100. Now, this is equal to 68%. So, the answer is 17 by 25 is equal to 68%. This is how you convert fractions into percentage even when you don't have a denominator equal to 100. Now, let's move to another type 3. Say we have a fraction 3 by 8. Now, can we convert this fraction into an equivalent fraction where the denominator is 100? Is it possible? No. Why? Because 100 is not divisible by 8. So, what do? We cannot write it as another fraction with denominator 100. But there's still another method to do this kind of problem. What we do is, we multiply the denominator with 100. And likewise, we have to multiply 100 with 3 in the numerator, because whatever we do in the denominator, same thing has to be done in the numerator. Now you see, 3 into 100, we write it as it is. Like 3 multiplied by 100 gives me what? 300. Now this out of 100. So the numerator thing divided by 100. Now something divided by 100 can be replaced by percentage symbol. So this number divided by 100 is replaced with percentage symbol. But we have another number here sitting in the denominator, which is 8. But we write 8 as it is. So what we have done is we have converted this 3 by 8 into what? 300 by 8 percentage. But we cannot leave the answer like this. Why? Because we have to convert it either into mixed fraction form or its decimals form. So how do we do that? We do the normal division. So we divide 300 by 8. And that gives me what? 8 3s are 24. 10 minus 4, 6. We bring down the 0 here. Now 8 7s are 56. So 10 minus 6, 4. Now we have the quotient as 37, remainder as 4. So what do we write here? Now 300 by 8% becomes what? It goes like this. So it becomes a mixed fraction, 37, 4 by 8%. Now 37, this 4 by 8 can be reduced further into its lowest terms and it becomes 37.5%. And in decimal form, half means 0.5. So it can be also written as 37.5%. So this is how there were 3 types which I told you how to convert fractions into percentage. Now since I think you all have understood how to convert fractions into percentage, let me tell you a story wherein you will understand the practical application of percentage. Now, let's begin with it. There were two friends named Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, they were two friends. Now, they met each other after their school got over. Tom says that he scored 32 out of 40 in his math test. And Jerry says that he scored 40 out of 50 in his math test. Now see, here the bases, that is the denominators, are different. Why they are different? Because Tom's paper carried a total marks of 40 and Jerry's paper carried a total marks of 50. Therefore, the difference in the denominator. Okay. Now, what Tom says to Jerry is that I fared better than you in math test. Now, Jerry says, why? Why do you say so? Tom replies, see, I have got 8 marks less than my total marks. Because 40 minus 32 gives you what? 8. So he says that Tom says that he got 8 marks less than the total. And he's telling to Jerry that he got 10 marks less than the total. So of course, I getting 8 marks less than the total and you getting 10 marks less than the total. So of course, I scored better than you. Now children, can you tell me who fared better in the math test? Is it Tom or Jerry? No, this is not the way to decide who fared better because you cannot compare two quantities when the denominators are different. So what do? We have to narrow down everything to 100. That is, we have to calculate everything out of 100. So what we do is we convert the respective fractions into percentage. Now you see that 32 by 40. Now this is what type of fraction? This is type 3 fraction. And I've already taught you how to convert type 3 fraction into percentage. We have to make the denominator 100, but since 100 is not divisible by 40, so we will use the type 3 method. What we do is, we multiply the denominator 40 with 100. Similarly, we multiply the numerator 32 with 100. Now, 32 multiplied by 100 gives me what? 3200. Now, this number whole in the numerator is divided by 100. Now, divided by 100, this thing, this whole number divided by 100 is replaced with percentage sign, which we have another number sitting in the denominator here, which is 40, which we write as it is. Now we can cancel the 0 with the 1 0 in the numerator, and 320 is divisible by 4. It becomes 4 is a 32 and 1 0 left, so it is equal to what? 80%. The same thing we will have to do with Jerry. 40 by 50. We need to convert 40 by 50. 40. Now the denominator we have to make it, multiply it with 100. Likewise, we multiply the numerator with 100. So it becomes what? 40 multiplied by 100 gives me 4000. Now this whole number, same thing. Whole number divided by 100 gives me, is replaced with percentage symbol. And we write this number in the denominator, which is 50, as it is. So what we get is, we again cancel the 0 with the 0, and this is equal to 80%. Now what you see, according to percentage, Tom also scored 80% in his math test, and Jerry also scored 80% in his math test. So see, they fared equally well. They did equally well. Neither Tom did better than Jerry, nor Jerry did better than Tom. Rather, they did equally well. So, this is the end of today's topic. Now, we shall learn more, because there is a lot more to percentage. We shall learn more about it in our upcoming sessions. Till then, thank you. And